Hello everybody, it's VerticalSandwich. Welcome back to Let's Play Super Meat Boy. The name of the game is Warp Zones and Light World A+. So, we need to collect our 60th bandage. And it's right here. I'm not saying you can't get it with Meat Boy, but I couldn't get it with Meat Boy. The rainbow commander video leaves behind is fun. And all we have to do for this level is get it once. I mean, really. Get it and land. That's not landing. But that is. So there we go. Bandage get. We unlocked 4-bit Meat Boy. So, is that like pre-Atari? Alright. There is a lot of Warp Zone failure, by the way, in this thing. So there's a Warp Zone in this level that we couldn't beat. And finally beat. And some of these Warp Zones, we're getting to the point where, like, the Warp Zones that we're finding, they're seemingly impossible for somebody to get without knowing where they are. Like, this one's actually up in that corner underneath or above a collapsible block. So you've got to hit the block, like on accident, see the crumbling or hear the crumbling, and then go back for more. That's essentially... See, there it is. It's so ridiculous. And yeah, this is fun lava balls warp zone. Horrible. The idea that we're gonna have to tackle these things bothers me. So, but it is an unlocked warp zone. I mean, we now have this warp zone unlocked. So that's great. I guess. I don't really know. And we don't get through this one. I'm just gonna show... whenever possible, my first attempt through Warp Zone, I'll show you it completed. But I'll also show you... I'll show you all 3 levels if I can. Otherwise, we have to come back to them. Like, you know, there's... Some of these are horrible. So that's level 1. How much fun is this? And it has a bandage too. And look at this! It's a nightmare. And not only do we get through, we get the bandage. And then there's this. Which, to get the bandage, in case you haven't noticed, you'd have to go all the way up to the top, jump down onto the bandage. Oh, jump over bandage girl, down onto the bandage, jump back, and do the whole warp zone over again. Well, the whole level over again. I mean, I don't think it would be that hard to get through that 3rd level of that warp zone. Now that I look at it kind of dispassionately, it looks doable. It looks like those balls will be easy enough to jump over. And there's also a warp zone in here. It's up above the last rafter in the top, or the middle rafter in the top. And this level took so long for me to figure out, and now it's just cake. So there you go. Warp zone. This one has, 2 very early levels that are very easy. And then a final level that's really hard. Although this one's a little weird. This whole jump out, grab the key thing. And you could jump out pretty far. We got the bandage there. I mean, it's all for nothing. Sure, is there a bandage there? Of course there is. Are we going to get through the 3rd level so we can cash in that bandage? Absolutely not, we're not. So there we go. And yeah, it's a blade timing puzzle. Of course it is. You've really got to stop on that top part, but easier said than done. So yeah, so then that's another warp zone we've unlocked. Fantastic, fantastic. Because, I mean, unlocked things are unlocked, at least. I'm not saying that they're great. So this is all the stuff we haven't unlocked in Hell. So, we're gonna, or Dark Hell. So we're gonna try to unlock some of those. A little later. But we actually need something out of level 7. I don't remember what it is. Oh yeah, it's a warp zone, right. There's a warp zone down here. It's under the blades. It's in between those 2 blades. I didn't even notice that you get hit by the one that's falling down there. But there it is! There's our warp zone! And I didn't even make it past the first level on this one. The pixel jumping thing in here is so weird. I think in multiple tries, I only made it past this first barrier, and that was it. But it's unlocked now. Yeah, it's almost painful how bad I'm doing at this. There will always be time in the future. Yeah, vertical sandwich in the future! And I forgot to square up video again, so there's gonna be a gap there. Jeez. Pain in the butt post commentary. It's no big deal. I just stopped talking for the length of gap in video. So you didn't miss anything except me sitting silently being angry. So now we're gonna try to A+ some levels so we can get their Dark World equivalents out of the way. And this one, which is so easy if you're not trying to get a bandage. Jeez. And I left all the attempts in because I had a great streak of A+. I left all the attempts except the last level. I cut out a bunch of stuff in the middle. Because I had multiple attempts that didn't make the, or multiple successes that didn't make the amount of time I needed, which was disappointing. I also couldn't get the first level to work. I could complete it, but I missed it by too much. But like, that was a great first attempt at that level, having not played it in forever. And we still A+'d it, even with that miss jump at the end. That's perfect. It's a 2 Meat Boy attempt. Or, yeah, well, it's a 2 attempt level. Yeah. Each attempt costs a Meat Boy. And apparently our first attempt was the Glitch Girl. Which is kind of disappointing. We could have also had Glitch Girl. Which would have been fun. Alright, so Hex it is. And I was surprised! I was surprised how easily this one came to us. Because I remember this being a real pain in the butt for us. And it was like that one little, like, misstep there. But we already had, like, the strategy down for that second ball. Like, the quick strat on that. So good. And, like, that was the rut right there. I mean, like, that's all you... What we did right there is all you need. Because, I mean, the platform really is... It's not like we could make an earlier cycle on that platform. This is probably... The way we're going to do this is probably very close to as fast as you can do the level. Just because of cycles for, like, that thing time, like, slowing you down. And then this has to be the first cycle for platform you can make. I like how I forgot about that. It caused us so much trouble the first time we went through it, and like, I forgot it. And they give you way more time than you need on this one. That was a nice death. And that was such an easy A+. I could have probably shaved that down to 6 seconds if I had taken time to think. Yeah, notice how I skipped the level that I had, like, that was impossible for me to beat. So this level, I had multiple attempts. I even tried Commander Video at one point to see if I could get this jump onto the platform done, like, well. So that I would jump out like that. So there we go. When we come back, more of this. Bye, everybody.